So I want to get on here and give you guys a little market update. So what happened this week, guys, right? So what happened? We had, Friday we had Jerome Powell speaking, right? I want to talk about that a little bit. Everyone was scared, selling off. Bitcoin was at 122,000, drops all the way down to 112,000. Why do you think that happened? Well, everyone thought Jerome Powell was going to be hawkish, absolutely wreck your portfolio. They thought it was over, right? But that's not what happened, right? Jerome Powell came out neutral. He didn't come out hawkish, and he didn't come out too dovish. He actually reintroduced flexible average inflation targeting, which pretty much means that we don't have to be at exactly 2%, right, on inflation. We can be at 2.8%. We can maybe be at 2.9%, but we don't have to be at 2%, guys. So that's very bullish. That's very good news. We can still see 0.25 rate cuts without seeing exactly 2% inflation, which is very, very good, right? That was an update on Jackson Hole. There was nothing too major there. Everyone was just selling off because that's what they do every single year, right? They're just bears. I mean, bears try to literally ruin everything for you all the time. They want to take it from you. But I'm not going to go into a rant about bears right now. The main thing I want to talk about is pretty much Bitcoin's price action. After that, after Jerome Powell, after Friday, what did we see? We saw Bitcoin dropping to $110,000. Why did we see Bitcoin drop to $110,000? I can't tell you why. Just manipulation, institutions, people want to take everything from you. Not only the bears want to take the money from you, but the institutions want to take the money from you. The whales want to take the money from you. They're pretty much telling you that you're exit liquidity. They want you to be exit liquidity, right? But if you subscribe to bull theory, you're not going to be exit liquidity. You are going to be the whale. You're going to be the person who's taking the money from everyone else and making everyone else poor while you get rich. What happens when you get our trade entries and exits. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. We got 110,000. I honestly, guys, you can tell I don't even care because I've been through so many of these dips before that 110,000 is just like child's play. Like literally, we were at 98,000, what, like 3-4 months ago? Not even that. It was like 2 months ago. We were at 98,000, and now we're at 100, and we went to 120,000. We came back down to 110,000. Now everyone's freaking out. Market sentiment resets. Everyone freaks out, and they literally just want to panic and cry like a baby and sell everything. So I think it's really important for you guys to understand how this market works. It's not necessarily going to be easy, but you have to make sure that you keep a level head. You have to make sure you're not on too high of leverage. Maybe if you're on high leverage, maybe if you're on 20x leverage, lower it to 10x leverage so you don't get liquidated, okay? Right? Don't get liquidated. Don't be like me when I was beginning. I almost actually got liquidated earlier this morning. But anyways, I also want to talk about Ethereum, right? So Ethereum briefly touched 4,950. So I think that's a hint of what we're going to see altcoins do pretty soon. I think Cardano is still going to reach $1.20. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Maybe Bitcoin can drop down to 105, 106. That's the bull market support band before we pump back up. But I mean, right, there's nothing to worry about from this, right? I mean, we saw, what was it? I think it was like 400 million liquidations in 24 hours, right? So 400 million in liquidations, and that's long liquidations. So now all the liquidity to the upside, So I wouldn't expect anything too major from this. I think we're still going to bounce. I don't think that we're going to see more downside. Guys, everything is behind us. Everything is beside us. We had our Jackson Hole meeting. We had our PPI. We had our CPI. We had everything. The only thing we have is September's jobs report, okay? And that could, yeah, that might come out and spook the markets a little bit, but that's the only thing I can see. And that would actually further introduce more rate cuts. If we see weaker labor market data, which I think is going to happen, we're probably going to get more rate cuts. Not just a 0.25, maybe a 50, right? And so that's very, very bullish, guys. The market tries to price in bullish news 6 to 18 months before it even happens. So you got to remember that, it's 6 to 18 months. So if we're starting to see a really, really bad labor market rollover, we can definitely see some more rate cuts, guys. And so I just want to come on here and give you that news. Yeah, we got the Jackson's Ass symposium. Yeah, it was, it was kind of ridiculous. Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was selling their bags. Then we had Bitcoin dropping to zero a couple of hours ago, going to 110,000. But guess what? I don't give a shit. I'm going to keep buying, actually. Maybe I'll lower my leverage, but I'm going to keep buying because I'm going to make so much money. All the bears are going to lose their ass, and I don't know. They're just all going to end up being poor. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to our Patreons if you want to get rich.